welcome to Fahad Bytes. In this series, we're going to dive into building a simple yet functional login system using WPF. We'll be focusing on creating a user-friendly interface with a PIN code login, much like what you'd see in modern apps or on smart devices. Along the way, we'll work with both on-screen buttons and keyboard input, allowing users to enter their PIN code in a smooth and intuitive way. Now that we have our project set up, we'll follow the MVVM pattern for our structure. To do that, we're going to create a few folders that will help keep things organized. Model, View, and Converter. This folder structure will allow us to neatly separate concerns as we continue building our login system. Let's install two NuGet packages, CommunityToolkit.Mvvm and XAML.Behaviors, both from Microsoft. These packages will help us streamline our MVVM implementation and enhance the behavior of our XAML elements, making it easier to bind commands and manage user interactions. Now, let's create the login window that launches first when the user runs the app. This window will serve as the entry point for the application, and we are making it the startup window instead of the main window. The code digit class represents individual digits in the login PIN code. It has two properties: value, which stores the digit, and isFilled, which indicates whether the digit field is filled. Both properties are marked with observable property, allowing the UI to update dynamically as the user enters their PIN. This class efficiently manages the input state for the PIN code entry in our application. Now we are creating two view models for our application. The first view model is for the main window, which will manage the main application features and functionalities after the user successfully logs in. The login view model, which will handle the logic and data for the login window. This view model manages user input for the PIN code and username, along with validation and login actions. The password property stores the user's password, which is dynamically updated as the user enters digits. The username property holds the username that the user inputs. The isInputComplete property indicates whether all required digits for the PIN code have been entered. This Boolean value helps control the input of digits. When it's true, the application prevents further input, ensuring that users cannot enter more than the allowed number of digits. Lastly, the code digits property is an observable collection of code digit objects that represent each digit of the PIN entered by the user. This collection is crucial for managing the visual representation of the PIN input, allowing for easy tracking of filled and unfilled digits while updating the UI in real time. In the constructor, we are initializing the code digits collection with 5 instances of the code digit class. Each instance represents a digit input for the password, starting with empty values. In this demo project, we are implementing a 5-digit PIN code for the login functionality. As you can see in the constructor, we initialize the code digits collection with 5 items, allowing users to input a 5-digit code. However, you can easily modify the number of digits according to your specific requirements. In the login window, we are displaying a button for each item in the code digits collection using an items control. This setup generates 5 empty buttons, allowing users to input their PIN code easily. As users click these buttons, they can fill in their 5-digit code, providing a straightforward and user-friendly interface for entering their PIN. input is made, the button changes its color to indicate that an input has been entered. This visual feedback helps users see how many digits of their PIN code they've entered. Make sure to set the data context for each window to its corresponding view model. we are creating 12 buttons for the numeric keypad in the login window. Users can click on these buttons to input their PIN code. The backspace button allows them to correct any entered digits, while the login button is used to attempt the login once they've entered their PIN. That's it for this one, guys. See you in the next video.